So good morning everyone. Here I have a very quick exercise for the nested menu which we have done in the class. It just consists of 3 questions, and out of 3 one we have already done as a demo. I will do the rest 2 questions, and there is one do it yourself question also which you can try to do by yourself. Alright, so let's start with this. First question is the simple question which changes the color of the background, which I have already demonstrated in the lecture. Now we have a second question. So write a Java program to create a frame as shown below. Now we have the frame. Now it has three menus: home, department, and contact us. Under home, it has there are 3 menu items: about, JUC, JIC, contact us. Under departments, there are 2 menu items: computer science and engineering, business. And under contact us, there is only one menu item, which is the location. And at the bottom, if you can see, there is a label which is copyright @JUC. So that means we need to have some layout for the frame. Now, if you can see the layout for the frame, we can make it as a border layout, because since this is in the south area. So let's start with the program. I will start doing with this program quickly. I'm not going to add any action listeners, because action listeners you can add it by yourself. I will just demonstrate with only one action listener. The other action listeners you can add it by yourself. Alright, so let me just create. You need to watch how I choose the folders also, because I have seen many of you have done mistakes in the exam. Alright, so week 7 lab. Okay, let me make it as menu 2 question. Okay, so let's import the files first. Import javax.string.star. I need a layout also. Import java.awt.star, because my layouts are here. Import java.awt.event.action listener. Import java.awt.event.action event. Alright, even this class I can make it as more specifically as event.star. This is also another possible way. Alright, so public class menu2 extends JFrame implements action. I'm not going to do complete action listener. You can try to do it by yourself, but just I will show you. Anyways, it has been demonstrated also in the demo program. Alright, so let's create over here JMenu is equals JMenu. How many menus I have? Let's go back to our program. I have 3 menus, right? So let me make it as M1, M2, M3. I have J menu item also. How many items I have? Let's check. 3 here, 3 to 5 and 6. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. I have one label also. J label L1. Let's create now the constructor. Let's set up the properties. Alright, so super. Let me just make it a menu demo, whatever you want to give. Set size 200 by 300. Set default close operation. JFrame dot exit on close. Then set layout, new border layout. So moving ahead, let's first of all add label. L1 is equals to new label. What's the label? Let's just check it. Copyright@JUC. Copyright@JUC. And we add it to the south. So add L1 comma border layout, L should be capital, dot south. Now let's start making the menu. M1 is equals to new J menu, and what's the name? Let's check it out. Home, departments and contact us. So let's make it as home. I will proceed like I will first of all complete one menu, add menu items, then I will proceed with the next. Alright, so under this menu I have menu items. Let me make it as C1 is equals to new J menu item, and the name is about JUC. I have another menu item. Note there is no nested menu item. Alright, so I have another menu item over here. C2 about JIC. And what's the last one? Let's just check it. Contact us. C3 contact us. I'm not adding action listeners right now. I can add it. Let me just remove this implements action listener, because I will just create a frame. Later on we will go with the action listener, because when I compile it, otherwise it will give me an error. I'm not going to add any action listener now. Alright, so it's done. I will add. The way, the order I will add will matter. M1 dot add C1, M2 dot add C2. Sorry, M1 dot add. I don't have M1 to menu. M1 dot add C3. So my first menu is complete. I will make the second menu like this. M2 is equals to new J menu and its departments. So I have, I'm just going to copy from here this 2. So let me make it as C4 and C5. It's the department over here is computer science and engineering, and here I have business studies. Then I will add it to M2. M2 dot add C4. M2 dot add C5. Next I have another menu. So it's M3 and the name of menu is Contact Us. It has only one menu item, which is 6. Its location, and M3 dot add C6. So we are done with creating the menu and the menu items. Now we have to create a menu bar. J menu bar B1 or bar is equals to new J menu bar. Now I have to add all these items to the menu bar. I have to add menus. So bar dot add, first of all I will add menu 1, the order will matter over here also. Bar dot add M2, bar dot add M3. Now note here that I need not to give any, since I have a border layout defined, again I need not to give any position for the for positioning the J menu bar. Why? Because by default the menu bar is always added to the top. So set J menu bar and it's added to the top. So it's done. Let's just compile it. Then I will make a test file in compatible types where L1 JLabel. It should be JLabel. Alright, done. I'll create a test program. Main class. Let me make it as test menu2. I will create an object of the menu2 class. Menu2 is equals to new menu2. Dot set visible to true. Yes. Okay, let's just try to execute it. What happens? Do we get? Alright, so we got. If you see, I didn't define any place for add menu bar to the north or where. By default the menu bar is added to the top of the window. So under home I have all these 3 departments and Contact Us, but when I click them they are not doing anything because I haven't added any action listener. Okay, let me add action listener. Just I will add it to only 1 or 2 items, not to all. You can try by yourself adding to the others. Implements action listener. Okay, let me add action listener to C1. C1 dot add action listener. This. Alright, and what else? Okay, I also add it to C2. I also add it to C2 maybe. C2 dot add action listener, and I also add it to maybe C6. So whatever I have added, I will just use the, so I have just added action listener to only 3 menu items. Alright, so let's check it out. Public void action performed, action event AE. If AE dot get action command dot equals, what it should be equal to, about JUC and about JIC. It should be the capitalization matters over here. System dot out dot print. Okay, let me just make it a label. Okay, I have a label dot set text, because I have a label. This section explains about JUC. This is what I am going to set. Alright, same thing I will do it. About JIC, L1 dot set text, it will display about JIC, and last one is contact us. So kindly contact us on our email address. Whatever you want to give. This is up to you how you want the action to be performed. Alright. Okay, let's run it. Home, about JIC, so this section explains about JUC. About JIC, this section explains about JIC. Location, okay, because it has a location, that's why. If you see, I did a mistake over here. I cannot add it to the menu. I have to add it to the menu item. So it's a location here. Location. Okay, let's check it out now. So contact us, location, kindly contact us on our email address. This is the way you can give the action listeners. The next program that I am going to do, I am not going to provide any action listener. You can try to do it by yourself. Okay, going next, the last program for today is, it's almost the same, but it has a nested menu, and departments and courses, these are not menu items, rather these are buttons, and we are going to use a panel over here. So just a little change over here. These are the two buttons. Buttons have the background and it has a nested menu. It has the same label also. So I will not create I have to use a panel over here, because on a panel I can have a menu also, and I can have buttons also. So a little bit different program. Let's try to create it. So let me just give it a name, menu 3. I will use the same files because even the color is in, I'm not going to use event because I have already demonstrated the event. So public class menu3 extends JFrame. Alright, so let me just have over here from whatever I want. Let me just check. I have only one menu. I don't have many menus. How many menu items I have? 1 2 3 4 5 maybe. 5 maybe. I will use it accordingly. And I have buttons now. J button, B1, B2. And I have a panel now, J panel, P1, P2. Now, if you see for the panel, I have to set a layout. Now, it's a grid layout, it's not a flow layout. So, grid layout, it has one row and 3 columns. Okay, so let's just do it. I will set up the properties. Public menu3. Let me just copy the properties from the previous program. I will give it over here, nested menu with buttons, nested menu with buttons, set layout, okay, border layout. I need a label also. I haven't added the label, so because it is showing the label also, I need to have a label. J label L1. Let's check it. Okay, so I have a label, the same thing I have it. Now let's start creating the menu. I have the same thing, I guess. The first one is the home and JUC and JIC, so I will copy the code. I will copy this code. Anyways, I am going to modify it because I don't need everything the same. So if you see over here, I have a menu home, I have a menu JUC. Under JUC, I have 2 items. Alright, so what will I do? I will make it as M2 also, J menu M1, J menu home, and I have M2 is equals to new J menu, what's it? About JUC. Instead of making it like this, I can make it M2 is equals to J menu. This is a menu now. Alright, now under JUC, I have 2 menu items which are C1 and C2. So I have 2 menu items. C1 is equals to new J menu item. And what are these 2? About JUC female, about JUC male. I will make it as about JUC male. About JUC female. And I will have one more menu item under this JUC. Okay, let me just make it. So C1 and C2 are under the menu M2, about JUC male. Now I have the other menu items. Okay, before proceeding with the other menu items, let me add M2 dot add C1 and M2 dot add C2. Alright, now before proceeding, I have to make a panel also. I will make a panel because I have to attach buttons also. P1 is equals to new J panel, and P1 dot set layout new grid layout, and the type is 1 row and 3 columns. Alright, so now I have added M2 on the menu items on M2. Then I have what is my another menu item, about GIC and contact us. Okay, this is about GIC, C3, about GIC. I am not going to add any action listeners now. About GIC, C4 is equals to new J menu item, contact us. Now where are these placed? These are placed on these are all placed on menu M1. So on the menu M1, first of all I will place menu M2. Then I will add the item C3. Then I will add the item C4. I don't need any C5 choice, so I will delete it. Alright, now I need to have button also. Before proceeding with the buttons, let's first of all make a menu bar. J menu bar, and we will add this bar to the panel, is equals to new J menu bar. Bar dot add, I will add M1. Bar dot add M1, and I will add this bar to the panel, P1 dot add bar. Now let's create the button. So I have B1 is equals to new J button, and what's written over here on the J button, department, and the background is set to red. Now it's a button. I have not made it as a menu item. Departments, and B1 dot set background color dot red. I will add it to the panel also, P1 dot add B1. Same thing I will do with the button B2 also. B2 is contact us. B2 dot set background is yellow, and I will add it to the panel also. Now I need to add panel on the frame. Add P1, comma, border layout dot not. So I think I am done with my program. Let's just compile it. Yes, I have an error here. What else? Super. Alright, I'll create the main class now. Test menu 3. I'll create an object of the menu 3. I'll just copy these two lines. Menu 3 and here menu 3. Okay, let's just compile our program and run it. So if you see, these are the two buttons. Buttons do not have any action listener because I haven't added, and it's a nested menu just like it is shown. So these were the two sample programs, a quick sample programs to have a more practice on the menus. And I have a last program, do it yourself. You can try to add action listener to each menu items. You can retry by yourself. So thank you so much.